Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing awesome. Okay. Uh, have you ever worked with the classes like where creating an object felt like solving a puzzle, so many constructors, too many parameters, and you never know which one to use? Well, that's where builder pattern shines when you're clean, flexible, and readable way of object creation. So yeah, in this video we'll cover the builder design pattern and the I would say the common in software industry pitfall called your constructor telescoping, and we'll see how to fix that and what is the right way to fix that. So yeah, let's start with the video. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so yeah, okay, so let's start with the real world example. So imagine you are working on a employee management system and where you have one class user, and user could have multiple like properties or fields like name, email, age, address, and all those. And suppose you want to keep some field optionals, and so what you can do, you can create multiple constructors inside that class and you can use the telescoping constructor telescoping. Okay, so let me show you with the help of an example. Okay, I hope the code screen is visible. Okay, so see, this is our user class, and user may have your name, email, age, address, and what you can do, you can create multiple constructor with like name and although we are creating, and inside that you can do assign all the things, or what you can do, you can call the next constructor passing the add-on argument over there. So are you seeing this thing? For the name, we call the next constructor with your email, same for next your age, same for the address. So if you imagine, if you observe here, so what we are doing the constructor telescoping here. Okay. So let me show you. So builder pattern is we'll come back to this. So as you can see here, constructor telescoping is when multiple constructor called and multiple constructors are chained by calling another constructor or using your this, and each constructor adds a new parameter as I showed you here. Like inside there we are calling the another constructor, and we are inside each constructor we are adding the new parameter. Okay, although we are assigning that value as a null, as you can see this example here as well, like Kanaya, and then the your age is null, address is null, email is null, and final assignment happens here at the end on this method. Like how this is happening, let me quickly run this and show you what we can do. We can use Java. This is my user ct.java and Java user ct. As you can see, first it went to the address because here the final assignment is happening for the user. Like inside main class, we created one instance of the user. So here address, and before address, it was called by the like your this constructor, then your age, then email, then name, because from here the chain was started, the first call. So this is called your constructor telescoping. Okay, so just example, as of now, it's a very small thing, or like your constructor telescoping is just a quick fix, but it doesn't scale. Okay, so what we have the problem in the industry, like suppose if you are working on the real world enterprise applications, and there you have or class or entities with like 5, 10, 20, or more than 20 fields. So now there, how will you like instantiate those classes? Will you write those many constructors, or will you use the constructor telescoping there? No, because that's make your code like hard to read, and it's difficult to manage the entire code base like multiple constructors, and there are high chances to swap the or mix up the order of your properties or fields passing while passing to the constructor. Like name, email, we can just interchange because both are the strings, and we can just mix up with that. Okay, so obviously we should go with the builder constructor or builder design pattern. Okay, so how builder design pattern shines here, let me show you the another example. So suppose this is the another class, like same, there is the main. Okay, let me start with here. So what we do inside builder pattern, we define all the fields. Again, this example is in Java, so don't be like Java में क्यों है, C sharp में क्यों नहीं है. It's a similar यार. You can do that. Okay. So the first we have to define the fields and then one constructor. But when the parameter builder. Okay. Now whatever we are getting with builder, we'll just assign to these values. Make sense? Okay. Now we'll create one another class inside that class is called your static class with builder. Okay. So public static class builder. Okay. Now we'll define the fields what we require. Why these two fields are final? You have to answer that in the comment or chat box. Okay. And then why there is a builder constructor over there? You have to answer it. Okay, in the chat box. I'll let you know after this example, but just pause a video here and answer or think why these fields are final and why there is a builder constructor. Okay, so then we have our age and address. So like we are getting the name, email, we are just assigning to these variables and these are final, we cannot change that. And then for age, we have one method called age and we are just assigning the value and we are just returning this instance. Same for address. And at last we'll keep one build method. So inside build method we'll return the user for which we are creating this entire thing. Okay, so this is your user and we are returning new user and we are parsing this. That this we have built inside our this static class. Okay, so how we will call this or how will create the instance of, like how we'll build the user now. Okay, so for user what you can do, we created like user1, like the class name, object name, new user dot builder. Why dot builder? Because it's your static, we can call dot builder and we are parsing two things here, uh, your name and email address. Why this? Because this is we have inside your constructor, and then we can set whatever fields we want. We do not need to worry about if we do not want if we do not want any field, so we can just skip that and that would be your null. And at the end we have to call the build method. Only then the object or the instance will be created. And let me quickly run this and show you it's compiling successfully here. It's your builder.java and Java your user builder. Cool. Now I believe you got this, like why there is a constructor and why these two fields are final, because we have a constructor here, we do not want to change the value, that's why they are final. And it's mandatory, these fields are mandatory, like your name and email. So if you skip this, you cannot build the user. So whenever you want some fields to be mandatory or required, so that you have to pass inside your builder constructor, then you have to keep inside your builder constructor. Suppose we initially we require the name and the email, age we can get later, address we required later if do not have on the उस टाइम पे अगर नहीं है तो बाद में ले सकते हैं, बट नेम और ईमेल हमें चाहिए ऑन द स्पॉट. ओके, सो दीज फील्ड्स आर मैंडेटरी, सो दैट्स व्हाई. ओके, so this was your builder pattern. And see, whenever you want to add anything, you just have to add fields here and just define those methods over there. You do not need to override or overloads the multiple constructor, too many fields and how to manage them. It's easy to do that. Okay, So what are the advantages of your builder pattern? Now the first thing is readability, easy to maintain and read your code, it's very clean. Flexibility, you can add or remove fields whenever you want. And although for the flexibility I would say it's like flexible, you can include the fields where whichever fields you want, and you can skip the optional fields. And for the maintainability, you can here add or remove fields in future if you want, that's easy to manage. And for the immutability I would say it's कौन है इतना शोर मचा रहे हैं जो कौन है ये बाहर मुझे जानना है कौन है ये ओके सो कहाँ थे हम हाँ मेंटेनेबिलिटी लाइक whenever you want to add or remove fields. And immutability, so immutability basically keeps your state consistent I would say. Okay, so like you have your, so immutability keeps your object state consistent, like it's immutable, you cannot change, so it's just keeping your state consistent. And when to use your builder pattern, like when you have too many fields and you have a lot of constructor, you want to just don't want to go with a lot of constructors, and it's always recommended to use builder pattern, because there are very less chances to get the errors, and it's easy to read, easy to maintain, like whatever are the advantages, these are like when you have to use your builder, when you want the maintainability, readability, flexibility and immutability, all those cases you have to use the builder pattern. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all for this video. This was a very short video, not a long video. So I hope you found this video useful or helpful. If, then don't forget to like, subscribe or share. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Bye bye.